Hi, everyone. Thank you for joining us. You should all be slowly being let in now. So I'll give it a minute to make sure that everyone is let in, because I think we're going to have a really big crowd today and I don't want anyone to miss out on the start of the session. In the meantime, I'd love to hear where you're all calling in from, visiting from. I want to see where our audience is based. Same thing we did at the start of the hackathon. I'd love to know now. I think chat is set to be open for everyone, so please do share if you're able to. One thing I am noticing is we've got quite a few people joining as guests. If you are one of our finalists and you have joined as a guest, can you please put in chat who you are? Otherwise, I will not be able to invite you up, which will be quite annoying. So just say hello and introduce yourselves. In fact, if any finalist wants to introduce themselves, that would be lovely to share before we get started, because the purpose of the event today is to hear from some of our top teams in the hackathon. 7 teams were selected after judging, which took place yesterday over a couple of hours with lots of really important people taking judgments on all of the projects that you submitted. First of all, to all of those who didn't make it as finalists, please do not be disheartened. The quality of projects was really high, and only a few could be chosen to come and demo today. But I hope you found the hackathon really valuable. I know I've already seen people commenting that they're going to keep building and that they had a great learning experience and they really enjoyed using the tech or the research and building tech based on that. So I'm glad that you enjoyed this unique hackathon. Thanks for some of our finalists writing in chat. Ibrahim, nope, I see your name. It's just a couple that I don't see, so I'm just going to see. Well, we'll see when we get to them. I think I've already seen Anandeep, who is our first speaker coming up. So just to give you fair warning, Anandeep, I'll invite you up in a second. But first, I will explain the structure of the session today. We have our top teams coming to present, and then we are going to have our winners' announcements. In between that as well, we'll also hear from the IC3 team with a bit more information about the accelerator, which I hope a lot of you are planning on applying for, whether or not you made it as a finalist. And also I see, actually, I think some of our judges joining as well. So it's great to see you all here. And I hope you're excited to see some of the top teams presenting the projects that you judged yesterday. And you're looking forward to that. That being said, we got one finalist who is listed as a guest for me. So Justin, welcome. Thanks for flagging. It's great to know that you are one of the guests. I might have to roll call you later because we have multiple guests and you all have the same color in my screen, which means I can't actually tell which one you are. Anyway, the structure of the session today is I'm going to invite the teams up one at a time to present for 3 minutes what it is that they built during the hackathon, to give you an idea of their projects. And then we're going to go straight into judging and announcing the winners. So is everyone hyped? Is everyone ready to go today? Can I get some spamming of the reactions button as practice? Because after each finalist presents, I really want the crowd to go wild for them, to give them some applause, to celebrate. Amazing. That's what I love to see. Okay, great, good practice. We have, I think I see 6 of the teams here already. Hopefully all 7 will be able to join us. So we'll have 6, maybe 7 presentations, and then we'll go into the winners' announcements. As I said, Anandeep, you are up first because we would like you to tell us about TBVH. I'm going to find you in the crowd and I'm going to invite you up to stage to come and present. And those of you who aren't finalists, I see you're all being a bit quiet in the chat, but please do say hello. Tell us if you're a judge, a participant, whether you submitted or not, and hopefully share some insights from the hackathon. Anandeep, welcome. Thank you for joining us. Congratulations on making it as a finalist.
Thank you. I'm going to begin sharing my screen. Can you see this? All right.
Good. I can see myself currently. Yeah. If you want to minimize me in the corner, and then you can get started.
All right. Hey everyone, this is the demo of TVVH, to be verifiably honest. It is a working implementation of the NDAI paper. So I'm just going to describe the problem and the solution and what I've implemented. So let's assume there are two entities. There is an OpenAI whistleblower and a prediction market trader who trades in AI related prediction markets, let's assume. So let's say the OpenAI whistleblower has documented evidence that the company failed to delete some user data that it should have deleted. Now, the prediction market trader would obviously be interested in buying such information. But if the whistleblower publicly reveals this information, then the trader has no reason to buy it because it's available. And if the whistleblower does not reveal this information, then the trader would have trouble assessing whether the information is legitimate. So that is the problem. That is Arrow's information paradox. And we're solving it by introducing a TEE between these two entities. Within this TEE, the seller has an AI agent and the buyer has an AI agent. And both these AI agents negotiate inside the TEE. It's a multi-turn negotiation. They talk honestly and freely. And this entire communication is not visible to the humans outside. And then finally, if the buyer agent feels like the information is worth buying, then they communicate only that to the human outside, not the information itself, just the final outcome, whether it's accept or reject, and then at what price the agreement was reached at. Then the human has an option to, let's assume that they want to buy this information because they trust their agent, that the negotiation, the honest negotiation inside was useful. Then an escrow handles the exchange of the information and the funds between the seller and the buyer. So this entire flow that I described has been implemented already using Fala Cloud. So I'm not going to go through the entire demo, but an interesting thing in terms of cryptographic proofs that I've implemented is, let's assume you are a seller of information and you have an email that corroborates the information that you're selling. Then you can, along with, you describe your information, but you can also upload the .eml file, and the TE does a DKIM verification of the signature of the email and verifies that the email is actually authentic. That gets taken into the context by the AI agents, and it actually dramatically improves your chances of selling information. Then, yeah, I mean, in terms of cryptographic proofs, we're using TEs, of course. This entire framework that I described, you can get an attestation of that. There's DKIM email verification. We can also use other proofs, of course, like ZKTLS. There's a smart contract for the escrows. And also, in case you're not comfortable interfacing with the front end, because that increases chances of man in the middle attacks, you can also directly interface with the TE, because this entire application is accessible through a CLI tool as well. That's all. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Anandeep, for presenting. Let me send you backstage. Yes, thank you for the one reaction. Can we get some more round of applause, please, virtually, for Anandeep? Thank you. Oh, wow, amazing. Really cool to see. Oh, yes, great. Great to see. Next up, we have Ibrahim to present. I don't want to mispronounce your project's name, Ibrahim, but Purguard or Purguard. I'm struggling to find you in the room because we've got a very full room. You have to roll the R. Well, Andrew, unfortunately, I can't roll my R's, so I'm going to have to botch the name. So sorry about that. But maybe if this project is chosen as a winner and you come and announce it, you can show me how it's done. Ibrahim, welcome. Thank you for joining us.
Yeah, thank you for having me. Nice meeting you.
Do you want to share your screen?
Yeah, I can share my screen. There I go.
There's like a low buzz on your end, like your audio. Oh, okay. It's gotten louder.
Okay.
I'm not
louder now.
There's like interference. I'm not sure what mic you're using.
Okay.
Can maybe someone else in chat confirm whether it's just for me?
Okay, am I audible now?
You are audible. Can you talk quite loudly so that we can hear you over the buzz?
Okay, am I audible now? I can start.
Yeah, you can start.
Okay, so thank you for having me. This is Fargad, and I'm Ibrahim. I'm here to present this project, which is a permissionless DeFi attack detection. So if you know, DeFi law says billions every year to attack that were detectable on chain before the damages was done. The window exists, the detection technology exists. What's been missing is the right incentive mechanism to make permissionless reporting work, and that is what Fargad comes to solve. So the problem is every solution so far breaks down. Centralized guardians are single point of failure. If they are offline, the protocol is weak. First reporter wins create gas wars where only the fastest will profit. And that is a key insight from the IC3 research. The first theorem which formally proved that no symmetric reward mechanism can achieve efficiency. And with decentralization and field at the same time, the problem is not the mass, but the incentive design. So we propose this one solution, which is don't pay the first reporter, but pay the luckiest person. So we implement the watcher system where they submit their report with a chain-link BRF that assign each report a random value using a formula. You can see the formula there. So this formula that is nobody can predict or manipulate the winner before the report are submitted. So the result is that no gas war, no bravery, strong civil resistance, and a mathematically proven sub-game perfect, which is this is a very nice equilibrium where honest voting is always a dominant strategy. So we simulate a real attack using this using an attack contract. So I can show you the full cycle. This is live running on Sepolia. We drop the price of the East Oracle by 10% to simulate a real attack. So if you can see that there are three independent watchers that submitted a report, and each has a report with 0 bits. So Chainlink verify and assign a random value to each report. So the highest random value wins the surplus, and the validator gets the second highest value as the result. And finally, the circuit breaker fires. The protocol is paused, and the protocol is paused before a single dollar drain. So this is the Farcad equilibrium in production. So this is what we have built. There are 77 test cases. Zero failures. We implemented the paper logarithmic value function fully on chain. No on-chain oracle, no floating point. We fully use our Taylor series approximation and 8 decimal watt arithmetic. So this is all a short about the Fargad you can conclude the report applied, and we are the IBX lab team. This is our roadmap. The first phase is the mainnet production BRF. The second phase is multi-monitor SDK. The third phase is IB compound and MakerDAO. Finally, Afrochain via Chainlink CCIP. So thank you.
Thank you, Ibrahim. Apologies for the technical difficulties there. But thank you for coming and presenting Pergard. I'm going to move you backstage now. And next up, we have Trust Verify. So I'm going to invite Joanne up to join me as a panelist. I see a couple of people with their hands up in the audience. If you have questions, can you put them in chat, please? Hi, Joanne. Welcome.
Hi, thank you.
Thank you for joining us. Do you want to share your screen?
Yes, on it. Give me a second. Can you see my screen?
Yes, I can see myself.
Amazing. Right now, you can see it.
Yes, I can see the slides.
Perfect. So, hi everyone, and welcome to Trust Verify. So, currently, every company is running sensitive code in a cloud today, but it has an invisible security gap. And why is that? when you run a code in the server, you get a security receipt called an accession code. It proves what code is running, but not where. Like, it doesn't tell on which machine it's running on or on which data server it's on. So you have zero proof of your server is actually running in a Google's building, and that's the gap. So the research published a paper identifying this problem, and they proposed a solution using a PID, that is a unique CPU hardware identifier that binds the code to a specific cloud provider. And they say it hasn't been built yet, and that's what Trust Verify is doing currently. So currently, I'm gonna paste a accession code to the tab provision for this project. It's from Google Cloud Provider. So it's an actual hardware. So we're gonna test it, and you have seen it has passed a trust score of 95. And we can see the provider is confirmed, the Google Cloud Platform is confirmed, and the region is there. And we can see that it has a valid registry 6 signed, and the TCB is okay with no regression and no migration. And that's what like the paper suggests like the system should be doing. So what if we simulate an attacker happening, such in a case where someone physically accesses the server and rolls back its security version, okay? So we're gonna verify if that's a tampered accession code for this project. So currently we can see the trust score has dropped to 80, and we can see the TCB regression is screaming in red like, hey, this accession has been tampered with. So the system detected it and it has caught it. We also have our history tab. The history tab is like where all the logged quotes, accession quotes are shown here. So we can see the ones that have been tampered with are in red. That give us a clear audit trail on when the tampering happened, and as the paper describes, and can help us to do a security analysis and research. So currently, that's all about Trust Verify. It's an open source implemented for binding, working on real Google Cloud provider, the hardware that you saw there. And yeah, any enterprise can use it to verify whether their code is running on provided machine. And that's all from my side. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Joanne, for presenting Trust Verify. I'm going to move you backstage again. And next up, we have Pramana. So I'm going to invite up to the stage. Oh, there's a very full room. Let me search. Here you are. I'm going to invite Vaishnavi up to the stage to join me. Hello, welcome.
Nice to meet you.
Thank you for joining us. Do you want to share your screen?
Sure. Just a sec, my teammate is supposed to join.
Is it? Do I need to
Rajat,
invite Rajat here? Rajat is joining now.
Perfect. Thank you. I'm sharing my screen.
Oh, you've just muted yourself, I think. We can't hear you. I think if you stop your screen sharing, you shared with audio. If you share with audio, it will mute you. So if you don't share with audio, then you should be all right. Do you need to share with audio?
Yes, I need to have the audio, like I have pre-recorded in the slides and stuff.
Okay.
I'll I'll try separating the parts that are pre-recorded, but is there a way to screen share with audio and parallelly do this, or no?
No, you'll have to stop in between and reshare and change the permissions. Are you able to talk over the pre-recorded parts?
I will try.
We can always sort of pause and restart and everything.
Okay, I'll try. Can you see my screen?
Yes. If you want to close me in the corner, you can see me. Yeah, if you just close me. Nice.
Perfect. So Pramana is a post-quantum anonymous identity where you can prove you're a real person to any service without anyone knowing who you are. And this is presented by me, Vaishnavi Dasika, and my teammate Rajat Verma. And 1.1 billion identity records have been breached, may that be SSN records or passport-based records every time you register for a service. And the rest of the records are where the quantum computers are going to take over and break what's left. And once you use your ID, you should be able to erase it forever and not be able to store it so that it doesn't come into a risk of getting hacked. So the commitment proves its uniqueness and the PII is gone. The PALC pipeline uses the PII as the primary hash function, and after the hashing and cryptographic verification is done, the PII is completely deleted from the system so nobody can access your records. It uses HKDF and key generation and encapsulation, and finally we get the fee hash. And this is the home platform. And here you can see the main page. And here you can see where you can log in without having any trail. It is like every other authentication service, even using Google Auth, can put you at a risk. And if you enroll once and register privately and authenticate freely, you're done to go. Your government ID will be used as a cryptographic fuel, then permanently destroyed. Then you can register privately and then authenticate freely. And there's also post-quantum enrollment here, and it uses real MLKEM 1024 running in the browser. And there is a check where you can check whether your quantum wallet is quantum safe or not, where you can connect with your wallet and check. And yeah, I'm showing the demo here. And here we are analyzing a wallet that has been just connected, and I'm swapping to a different wallet with a different Ethereum address where more shadier transactions have taken place. And here I'm pasting the address. And once analyzing, you can see the quantum risk assessment and number of transactions happened, the public key exposures. And here we can also check for the contract safety. Every time you deploy a contract, it might also can lead to kind of sabotage. Even the contract safety works here. And this verification can happen without linkability, and can also protect you from Sybil attacks. So we can see the enrollment proof, the identity registration check, and once the identity is found, we can see we have registered, and our previous identities can also be stored. And we can also try for Sybil attack. This protects you from having multiple airdrops or somebody attacking your whole situation at the same time. Okay. And there's this quantum vulnerability scanner. This is a contract that has been deployed. And here we are checking whether this contract is safe or not. See, there's a public key exposure, and that means that this is not quantum safe. So anytime a quantum computer wants to attack your system, there's a high quantum risk. And this can be prevented by enrolling, where you can create a permanent post-quantum identity with P2MR compatible keys, right? And there is this whole biometric hash also that you can use. There is also an AI-powered identity agent, and you can ask various questions regarding the platform, and you can also make the agent do the tasks for you. Like if you want to enroll, you can directly give the hash or the key or your details directly through the agent, or you can do it manually. The agent is basically for novice users so that it is more beginner friendly. It can also explain what exactly is happening, how the perfect privacy is working. And this is the live dashboard, and here you can see your multi-chain status. So because you're not going to only be working with Bitcoin or Ethereum, you want multiple chain-based integration. So that's how it's going to work. And we can see all the security properties like Sybil resistance, verifiable unlinkability, and anonymity using the fee hash. And coming to the open source and research compilance, I have created a proper MIT level documentation where you can see the exact architecture and how it's working. And we can also see which papers I have used. The main paper that we are using is anonymous self-credentials, and TE and ML security are the implications of this paper. And we are also comparing with Google authentication, KYC Aadhaar, Web3 DID, WorldCoin, and how Pramana exceeds all these platforms. So this mechanism solves two contradictory problems at the same time. For instance, if you register twice with the same account, it should be rejected. But if you want to register with two different platforms, like if you want to register with Twitter and Reddit, there should be two separate registrations and they should separate be unlinkable. So that is what we are solving. And here both people can use Twitter. So it has Sybil resistance, it has privacy, and it has correctness. And Pramana compares to WorldCoin also. It can have the protection beyond an iris scan, and it is most contemporary, and it's the most private and secure in terms of quantum resistance also. We need collaborators in terms of lattice-based ZK proofs, threshold IDR, EUDI wallet, and TE attestation enrollment. And Pramana, only one enrollment, every service, and zero tracking, quantum safe today, not in 2035. There's also live platform deployment, and this literally has everything that I've shown you in the demo while it was working. And this is the BIP 360 plan. And this is the dashboard where I showed you the multi-chain authentication. This is the AI agent. This is the documentation that I was talking about. And that's our platform, Pramana. Thank you for giving me this opportunity to present.
Thank you very much for presenting.
I'm sorry. I can't hear you. No, please.
Oh, right. Sorry, you muted the tab. Thank you very much for presenting. I'm gonna send you backstage now. And next up we have Prova. So Justin, thank you for adding a name. I can now find you easily in the crowd, and I'm gonna invite you up. Hi, Justin.
Hello. Thank you for having me.
Thank you for joining us. Do you want to share your screen?
Yeah, let me share here. All right, how's it look?
It's currently black for me.
Oh, okay.
Oh, no, it's there. It's loaded.
Good?
Yeah, looking good.
Awesome. All right. Hi, everyone. My name is Justin, and I built Prova, this hackathon, the proof layer for AI agents. In the age of fake data and personas, there will need to be a proof layer for AI agents and AI replicated data. You all know that AI mannerisms. If you ask an AI to prove what they did, they probably just hallucinate to make you feel warm and fuzzy. But that's not going to work for enterprise. So how it works, you enter your credentials into the data, your data's portal, so EHR, etc. The AI fetches, formats, and attests the data. The bundle is created. A notary co-signs proof of origin. And then we destroy the credentials and make it all immutable by anchoring it to Bitcoin. So why now? It was just announced this week that the Pentagon will use Gemini agents in their workflows. And we all know more regulation will be coming. So I wanted to save time for a demo. I didn't know if the audio will play or not, though. All right. Can you hear that audio, or should I talk over it?
I would mute it and talk over it just because it's quite tinny.
Yep, okay, got it. All right, so it's going to go pretty quick, but here's a quick demo. You log in to Prova Health here with a passphrase, and this is mapped to VRF in the background, U2SSO, making it easy for users to log in. I'm going to put in a new request right away for a prior authorization. This is a clinician asking an insurer to pay for something like medication. This is going to look at the source URL with the patient record. It's going to get the credentials. It's going to process it all within that TDX. Using AI agents. It's going to format it. It's going to make it FHIR compliant for healthcare. It's going to destroy those credentials. You can anonymize it if you want to. And then, of course, it's all anchored to Bitcoin. So there's a quick, that's how Prova works for this flow. So I just downloaded the attestation bundle, and I'll show you in a second how that works. Here's details of the request that you can see different formats. But here's the payer flow. So this is the clinician requesting approval from the payer. It can be automatically approved now thanks to new regulation. And because this data is compliant and formatted, it's automatic. So this is a great flow to show. So next is the verifying the attestation bundle. There's a public link anybody can visit. If they have a Prova attestation bundle, they can come in here and view the whole audit profile. And then there's other cool features for this app. including an ND AI sandbox marketplace. This works directly within the TDX, so all anonymized data stripped out of all of the PII, and it can be calculated right within the TEE, so no data is leaked. So that's pretty cool. And there's also an AI agent portal for AI agent flows as well. So sorry, that was a little awkward, but so healthcare is the only first vertical, or it's not the first vertical. Excuse me, sorry, a little. Healthcare is the first vertical, but it's not the only one. You can still do financial services, legal discovery, government, etc. And the API is ready and mostly working now. I just need to fix a few things after this hackathon, and I'm looking for technical experts to help me bring this to enterprises. So that's all. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Justin, for coming and presenting. I just want to do a call for Patrick, who is one of our finalists, but I cannot find you in the room, just to check if any of our guests in the room are Patrick. Can you put a message in chat? So that is Patrick from Veric QID or Veric ID. Can you just message in chat if you are here? But otherwise, we have Theta Swap up next. So I'm going to invite Juan up to stage. Welcome. You are muted currently. We can't. There we go. You're unmuted.
Hello, can you hear me?
Yes, we can hear you now.
Perfect, thank you. This is Theta Swap, adverse competition oracle. So what do we mean by adverse competition? Well, turns out adverse competition is one of the risks liquidity providers face. It's been empirically shown that approximately 7% of LPs capture around 80% of trading fee revenue. And further work confirmed this is structural. Just-in-time liquidity providers create adverse competition. Fortunately, the metrics exist to capture this. But the key questions are, can you price it? Can you hedge it? That's what we built Theta Swap to find that out, and we are presenting phase 1 today. The first step, naturally, is to make this risk observable. Our oracle measures fee concentration in real time, who enters, who earns fees, and how fast positions turn over. So let me go ahead and show you real quick a quick demo. Okay, can you see that?
Not sure if you can see my thumb up, but yes.
Awesome, thank you. Okay, so let me run the test suite. These scenarios were from one of the paper references, simulated and computed off-chain, verified on-chain, and it's such that if the numbers match, if the numbers match, the oracle works. So the first interesting case is crowding out. We have a just-in-time liquidity provider with 9x more capital than the passive LP. This guy only leaves 2 blocks versus a 99 blocks long-lived liquidity provider. Consequently, we expect fee concentration to spike, and this is exactly what we see on this number here, and this is capturing the adverse regime. The second one is a milder case. We expect it to be lower than the aforementioned, but still positive, and here we are. And the third case is Equilibria, which is 2 identical LPs, equal capital, no concentration, no risk. So let me wrap up real quick with some of the results we were able to gather. Can you see the slides?
Yes, we can.
Thank you. So we validated on 600 real ETH USDC positions on Uniswap v3 pool. And the results, the data shows that fee concentration flips from protective to adverse at 9% fee dispersion threshold. The LPs are willing to pay 10% above hourly fees for this protection. And the backtest shows for this data that around 20% of positions were better off hedged and only 1 day in 41 triggers. Finally, what's next for us? We need to validate this across more pools and asset pairs. We also need to extend the Oracle to other protocols. And we need the insurance market, the actual CFMM, to trade this risk on chain. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Juan, for coming and presenting. That was our final presentation for today. Can I get a big round of applause for all of our pitchers, demoists, and for all the top teams in the hackathon. Amazing to see this. Next up, we have a brief interlude for a judging period where the winners will be decided and announced. Well, confirmed and announced. In the meantime, I would love to invite Gil up from, here you are. Gil up, who we did see previously in the hackathon for a really, really interesting workshop last week actually, to come and talk a bit more about the accelerator, which I'm sure a lot of you are excited to apply for. Gil, welcome. Thank you for joining us.
Sorry, had to rejoin as a panelist. Can you guys hear me?
Yes, we can hear you.
Okay, brilliant. So I'm super excited. So first of all, congrats. It was a ton of fun being a judge. You guys have done an amazing job in 2 weeks and loved all the presentations today. Wanted to share a bit more about the accelerator, which is kind of the next phase of the IC3 initiative here. And really the hackathon is meant to help spur ideation, ideas, and get founders kickstarted working on IC3 research. And the accelerator is a 10-week program that's meant to really deep dive and help build these into actual companies. So wanted to give a bit more detail on that. So the program starts on April 13th, runs through June 19th. It's going to be in person at the convent. The organizers are kind of IC3, Flashbots, convent, and blockchain builders, which is where I'm coming from. And there will be speakers from all of the above, really diving into how to build an actual venture and making sure that by the time you finish the program, you're able to kind of launch, raise funding, and really gain meaningful traction. The application itself, I believe, is, can I share? I'll share it in the Q&A here if I can. Can I share it in the Q&A? Yeah, I think I can. No, it's not letting me share it in the Q&A, but that's...
You want to put it in chat, maybe? Or if not, you can send it to Telegram and I'll put it in chat.
Yeah, I'll send it to Telegram. So that's the application. And the deadline to apply is March 31st. So we will be giving first priority to the hackathon kind of winners and shortlist. So that's everyone that spoke today. You will be getting first look and first priority. But excited to hopefully have you guys participate. Winners will also get a grant of 50,000 plus. So it's an awesome program with an awesome set of mentors and guides supporting you along the way. And it can really take your project from kind of hackathon project to actual funded venture.
Amazing. Thank you, Gil, for coming and sharing. I just want to check with Andrew, who is backstage, to see if our final winning order is determined and whether we're ready to announce our winners. Andrew, if you can give me like a thumbs up or maybe a thumbs down if you can, depending on our status. Well, I don't know why I said that. I don't know if that thumbs up comes from Andrew or not. That could be anyone. See, there we go. Lots of thumbs up that I doubt they can't all be from Andrew. But yes, we're ready. Okay, amazing. I will invite Andrew up in just a second then. But before I do that, before we announce the winners, and I'm definitely not just stalling here for suspense, before we announce the winners, congratulations to everyone who participated in the hackathon. I hope you're really proud of what you built. Just because you weren't chosen as a finalist does not mean that the project that you built was not impressive. I hope that a lot of you choose to continue building and potentially submit for the accelerator and application. if you are interested in continuing building and getting that support like Gil just spoke about. The next steps of the hackathon, aside from announcing our winners, is to continue building the community that you kind of started joining within this event. I've seen loads of people sharing the projects that they built publicly, both online and also in the Discord, in the private Discord. Please do continue doing that. Please do give each other feedback. Take your projects further. I actually saw one of our finalists asking for feedback in the chat after they presented. So please do share your insights, share your feedback, and continue to collaborate, because it's something we love to see and you can all learn from each other. That being said, I will now invite Andrew up to stage as a panelist, so that we can announce our winners, because I'm sure you're all eager to learn who they are. Wow, Christine's going to write a post on Medium. That's great. That is really building in public. That's really cool to see. Andrew, I have invited you up. Hopefully you're getting the invite. But if not, send me a message. Oh, wait, there's two Andrews. Maybe I'm not sure. Andrew, could you put your hand up so I know who to invite? There we go. Not sure how you've managed to join twice. Okay, amazing. Andrew is joining me up on stage to come and announce our winners. But before that, do you have any comments, any words for everyone who submitted, but also our top teams? Nope. Okay, we'll give you a second. Wrong device. Okay. Should I invite the other Andrew? Or are you joining on another device? This, I promise, is not planned for suspense, but it is. I'm sure the finalists are drumming their fingers, waiting to hear who our winners are. Now I can't see any Andrews. Sorry for the technical difficulties, everyone. It's very odd. Andrew, am I missing you or what's... Sorry, guys. This is a bit annoying. Oh, I see an Andrew in the room. I'm going to invite him up. Yes, a hand up. Oh, yes, Andrew will be joining me as a panelist. Amazing. Andrew, have you made it?
All right.
Yay.
Me all right?
Amazing. Thank you for joining us. Sorry about those technical difficulties there. Glad we could get you up on stage. As I said earlier, do you have any, before we announce the winners of the hackathon, do you have any words for our teams?
Oh yeah, absolutely. As one of the technical track leads, really want to thank everyone for participating. This was a really special experience as a researcher, and on behalf of all of the grad students and researchers that presented as well, it was really cool to interact with everyone with the Q&A over Discord. Really cool to see this productionizing effort and see everyone's interpretations of the research concepts that we've been so excited about. So yeah, really enjoyed this experience. Really appreciative to everyone that spent some time building on this. And yeah, I'm really excited to do the prize announcements too.
Yeah, do you want to, what order do you want to go in terms of tracks?
Yeah, let's just go by the track one order. You want me to just go in second place and then first place?
Yeah, let's do it, and let's have a kind of a virtual drum roll as Justin already started earlier, when you announce the second place for track one. Oh wait,
All right.
and also the prize amount as well.
Yeah, okay, so for each of the tracks, the second place prize is going to get $1,000, and the first place prize will get $2,000. And so, yeah, for the track one, the TE and AI track, the second place prize winner for $1,000 is Anandeep from To Be Verifiably Honest.
Congratulations, Anandeep, and well done for building To Be Verifiably Honest, which doesn't exactly roll off the tongue, TBVH. Well done. Congratulations. You've won $1,000 in the Shape Rotator Hackathon. And what about first place, Andrew?
All right, and then first place for the $2,000 prize is Pruva.
Congratulations, Prover. Justin, I think that is well done for winning first place in the first track of the hackathon. And the second track?
All right, so for the second track on identity and security, the second place winner for the $1,000 prize is Trust Verify.
Congratulations, Trust Verify. And what about first place?
All right, first place for the 2K prize in the identity track, Pramana.
Pramana, well done to Team Pramana and Trust Verify for winning the second track in the hackathon. And what about our DeFi and security mechanisms track?
All right, and for the DeFi and security mechanisms, the second place prize for the $1,000 is ThetaSwap.
Congratulations, ThetaSwap. And first place?
All right, the first place winner in this DeFi category for a $2,000 prize is PurGuard. I don't know, PurGuard.
Okay, yeah, you've shown me how it's done. I won't be able to replicate it, but well done to both of you guys for winning in the DeFi track. And Andrew, we have another bonus prize as well, don't we, for the cohort that builds itself? Who does that
Yeah,
go
that's
to?
right. Okay, so yeah, the bonus prize, this is a $1,000 prize for this bonus track. This goes to one of the teams that didn't present in the finalist, but had the most on-topic presentation and scored quite well. So the winner for that is Lucky Charm with the stand-up bot.
So congratulations, Lucky Charm. Let us know if you're actually here with us live. Otherwise, if you're not, you'll be getting quite an announcement when you find out that you won. When you found out that you won in the hackathon. Congratulations to our 7 winners. we're really excited with what you built in the hackathon. Mandatory, I have to say that all winning prizes are subject to due diligence. There'll be a final technical review before they're confirmed, and hopefully everything will go as planned, and we'll be in contact regarding the prize payout. So congratulations, everyone. For building such amazing projects, and for everyone who didn't quite make it this time, please keep building, submit to the accelerator if you're looking to continue building. And yeah, I hope you had an amazing experience. Andrew, do you have any final words before we wrap up the Shape Rotator Virtual Hackathon?
Ooh, well, no, I don't think so. Well, I should thank you, Rebecca. It's been awesome working with you throughout this pretty intense hosting job this much over the 2 weeks. But yeah, this has been fantastic experience.
But also thank you for bringing in some amazing speakers. The workshops have been some of the best that I've seen in a hackathon over many years. So really, really interesting. And for everyone on the program, all of the workshops recordings are available, especially some of the ones later in the hackathon, which you may not have attended live. I definitely suggest watching the recordings because some really interesting research and sort of new tooling was demonstrated. And I think was it the workshop in week 2, at the start of week 2, we had a 2-hour workshop where all of the speakers were like, absolutely, it was so insightful. I was like, I wanted to be taking notes. I wasn't, but I wanted to be. So thank you, Andrew, for bringing in some amazing speakers, and for delivering some great content during the hackathon. Everyone, I hope you've had a great time. I hope we see you around and about in the community. But otherwise, for now, we're wrapping up the Shape Rotator Virtual Hackathon. So everyone have a great rest of your day, and I'm sure I'll see you around soon.
All right, see you, everyone.